Welcome back to the Geelong District Footy Show on this Saturday morning. Now time to look at the under-18s with Dale.
Thanks, Chase. And some interesting rounds. And like the seniors, after Saturday's weekend of football, the top five now seem to have set itself in stone as well. So Inverleigh played Werribee on the weekend. Inverleigh kicked 13-7-85 to defeat Werribee 7-6-48. Lake Carroll got 5 and McConaughey 3. Better players out there: Popovsky, Lake Carroll, Sturton and Gavin. And for the Werribee side, Bub and DeCampi both kicked 2. Demetriadis, Blade, Hickey and Hamilton were their goal kickers. Belmont Lions, fair bit interest in this game. Belmont Lions took on East Geelong with Zach John looking to get his 100 goals, and I think we've got some footage up there at the present time. We got it on the weekend. He kicked 3, which takes him to, I think, about 100 and, 101, 102, something along that area. So it's a great effort for the young player. Then 8 other players kicked goals for Belmont. They're better players: Vermeulen, Rink, Cleal and Jennings. And for the East Geelong side, I should say, Bolton got 3, Gahan 2 and Nolan. Better players there: Elliott, Nolan and Cannon. Belpost Hill had a good win on the weekend out at Thompson. They kicked 19-12, 126 to defeat Thompson 8-3, 51. B. Martinu got 5. Hope, Smith, Clink and Grinter all with 2. Johnson, Grinter and Campbell Dew, their better players. The Thompson side, Gardner and Page with 3, Anderton with 2, and the better players there: Gardner, Wright and Randall. Close game out there at North Geelong on the weekend. These two teams played before the interleague game last round, and I think the result was about 100 points to North Geelong. But on Saturday, North Geelong just got home 9-4-58 to defeat the Corio side 8-5-53. And I believe that I think the Corio boys had a chance late in the game to win that game, but that's a pretty good effort, a big turnaround from last time. Goals for North Geelong: Kingwell 5, better players there: Eels, Ray, Walsh and Paramanov. For Corio, Lane with 3, Wright 2. Obviously some other individual goal kickers, better players there: Lane, M. Livesey and Liam Garcia. And the final game, Bannockburn played Geelong West St Joseph's, and the result there: 20-15, 136 to Bannockburn to defeat Geelong West St Joey's 139. Warple with 10, Dillon 3, Chamberlain 2. Better players there: Warple, Arclay and Dillon. And the sole goal kicker for Geelong West was Walsh. Better players: Irwin, Wright, Morfitt. So, as I said, that finalises things in the top 5 for the under-18s, which will see North Geelong on top. And I believe Belmont Lions second, Corio, Inverleigh and Bannockburn taking up the top 5. And I think East Geelong just outside, about 2 games behind. So
there is the ladder there. We see North Geelong, as we said, 16 wins on top. Belmont, Corio and then Inverleigh and Bannockburn. East Geelong now can't make it. And you're going to buy this week, Dale, Bannockburn?
Yeah, we play Anarchy in the seniors, so we'll be able to sit back and relax going into some final campaign. But yeah, really looking forward to the following week. And I suppose the only thing you can change there, Inverleigh do play Belmont, I think, this week. Is that right, Cogs? If Inverleigh happened to win and Corio got beaten, but I think Corio have got
Werribee Central.
Werribee Central's up there. Now that might be a difficult game because Werribee Central are playing some pretty good footy at the present time. So interesting round there. But at the moment we're definitely playing the elimination final Sunday.
And North Geelong are definitely odds-on favourite to win the premiership.
Oh, look, you would think so. It's 16 games. I think they've lost 1 in 3 years that I can think about. So yeah, no, it'll take a big task. But on Saturday it just proves if you get close enough to them, make them panic a bit, you're a chance.
And it's a fair effort by an under-18 player to kick 100 goals in a season.
I'd be pretty happy to get 100 kicks in the season myself, let alone 100 goals in the season. But yeah, look, he played some really good football, and we saw him, I've seen him a couple of times in our first game, probably a little bit quieter, but the second time, when he gets the ball in his hand, he's a very casual, laid-back sort of bloke, but he knows where to find the goals when he gets them, and he's a very reliable kick at goal.
And our esteemed floor manager tells us the first time ever that somebody kicked 100 goals at the Belmont Lions Footy Club, so that's a fair effort by Zach John to do that. Congratulations to him. And speaking of goal kickers, we'll have a quick look at the goal kickers in the seniors. And Paul Briggy is going nicely. There was some talk last week, Dale, that they might pull him up against Corio just in case he wanted to get the 100 at home. Well, he didn't quite get there anyway. He's on 98, but this afternoon has a chance to kick 100 in the seniors. I
think Dick wants to go to that, actually. He wanted to be at home and be there to see it. So much better to kick him at home. And there's no doubt he'll get those 2 this weekend. It would be a major miracle if he didn't get them. But he's had a great season. Anthony Kitchen, as you said, on 79, I think he's also had a good year, considering that Rosenweig really started off the season as their main goal focus, and he was just filling in the pocket, getting his 3 and 4. But he's really stepped up over recent weeks, and he'll obviously need to do that now coming finals, because the big fella doesn't look like coming back at all during this final series.
And just by looking at Briggy kicking 98, Anthony Kitchens 79, Aaron Eddy's kicked 77, just the proliferation of players kicking more goals now, it just seems to be more of an attacking game rather than an offensive game.
Yeah, look, I suppose it's good to see that, I suppose, full forwards are getting some up there. And as I said, you probably don't see that too often where 3 or 4 clubs have got that high goal kicking. You might get a bit more of an even spread. But Aaron Eddy, I think, has kicked 11 and 10, I think, in the last couple of weeks. And obviously the opposition may have something to do with that. But, you know, Anthony Kitchen started slowly. He's finished the season pretty well. So, and there's some of those blokes down forward are not the biggest of movers, those 3. We've got 3 mentioned there, but Big Owen Lewis included in that lot. So it just goes to show you get a ball in there enough, these blokes are going to have an influence on a game of football.
And looking ahead to, and I'm sure we'll talk about it a little bit more next week, but the Whitley medal, a couple of them probably in line for some votes. Paul Briggy, I suppose, with 98 would be in the umpire's thoughts. Yeah,
probably the way he goes about his game. He's a bit of a high flyer. He loves to jump over the top of players, and I'm not too sure whether he's... Look, he's got to attract some attention because he's just a value player, and when you're getting bags of 8 or 9, he's going to get recognised. And he's not the best looking footballer I've ever seen, but geez, effective.
And from your home club, Bannockburn, you've said to me off camera, maybe Brad Watts, but I'm thinking Brad Fatula. Who else out there at Bannockburn, maybe?
Yeah, look, I think Jamie Van Ingen's had another good season. He played in the interleague side. He's a young kid. These are all young blokes playing the game. Brad Watts probably not as flashy as Brad Fatula, but I suppose you look at club value and league value, there'll be 2 different scenarios, and it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. You know, as I said, when they sit there to do their own best and fairest. But look, they've got some good players out there that are capable of getting some votes.
And Werribee and Belpost Hill, top 2 teams. There must be some players floating around in those 2 teams.
I like Hall because he gets the ball, he carries the ball, and he often takes 1 or 2 bounces and then kicks it 60 metres. And I think that's appealing to the blokes that run around and try and run the game. And I think he's going to be I think he'll be fairly high up there. We mentioned Johns early in the season, but hasn't played in the last 6 or 8 weeks, so very hard to win with half a season of football under your belt. But yeah, they've got some good football up there. Toby Bray through the middle, I think we looked at as well, and he'll be pretty handy.
And Belpost Hill share the votes around as well?
This is probably a bit more of a spread, I think, because really they haven't had a standout player. Like the young fella playing in the ruck, Jaden Symes, he's been as good as I've seen in the games we've seen. But you've got Brad Martin in defence, who plays pretty solid football. Obviously, Sean Lewis has been a regular feature. Brent Geege's played some good games. Carver Bass has played some good games. Jovanovic got 20 goals in a game, so he's going to get votes. So I think that spread will be a lot more. I don't expect it to come from Belpost Hill.
All right, we'll have a bit more of a look at the Whitley medal next Saturday morning before the Whitley on Monday night. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, have a look at round 18 games this afternoon with the match of the day, Belpost Hill and East Geelong. Back after this.